It is raining very badly where I live.
I wish.
We're live. Sorry for jumping on what you were saying, but we are live. Hi there. I'm Kyle Carty with Role Playing Public Radio, and today we are playing Delta Green.
Woo!
And the the adventure title is, for some reason, my Discord is messing up, so I can't see it. I called it The Stars Seem a Little Spot On, don't they? Because what is a Mythos game if not related to the stars? Joining me today, if I could have both of you please introduce yourselves.
John, do you want to go first?
Sure. This is John, or JP, depending on who you are. Want to do my character too?
Please.
And I will be playing Chaz, who is a very, very wimpy firefighter. But he's super pretty, so I mean, it makes up for it.
It always does.
Strength of 8. Fantastic.
Strength of 8, charisma 17. We'll see how it goes.
Holy shit.
Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, player 2, introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. This is Adam from Technical Difficulties Role-Playing Podcast, and I'm going to be playing Titus Janus. And Titus Janus is otherwise known as Dr. Gaines, and he is a historian with a strength of 13.
Dr. Gaines would be the tightest Red Market's taker name. Like,
oh shit.
Straight up, that is what my next taker is going to be called if I ever run Red Markets for them.
Right?
Not unless I get there first, dude.
Okay, well, you'll probably beat me to it, damn it. All right, so we are just going to get straight into it then. This one's kind of, it's not a terribly long adventure. I expect it to be actually kind of like 2.5 hours, because I don't want to hold y'all here all night. But we begin. We set our scene. The Lowel Observatory in Flagstaff, Arizona, was shut down technically this morning, after something happened. What Delta Green has told the two of you. Well, actually, I guess before we get into what Delta Green has told the two of you, are you friendlies or agents?
I'm going to say that Titus is one of those people they keep on like down low retainer for when they need a more humanities sort of opinion about something.
Okay, so that would technically, I'll call that an agent then. So you'll probably be privy to some stuff. It's just you're not very active duty agent.
No. No.
Chaz, what's Gucci?
I think it's funnier if I'm a friendly who doesn't know shit. That's funnier. Because I feel like Chaz isn't the most intelligent man with a 10 intellect. I'm average, but
What is Chaz good at?
I'm charisma 17, so okay.
That's about the best charisma I've ever seen. So Chaz is good at talking to everybody.
Apparently.
Yeah, he is.
So okay then. Okay, Chaz.
Other than his persuasion of 20, apparently. I don't know who made this character.
I'm sorry. What?
Persuasion of 20?
What the fuck? What have you two done to this adventure?
It's going to be great.
It's going to be fantastic. Let's do it.
I'm jumping through hoops. Let's rock. So, Chaz, that means you don't really know that much about what Delta Green gets into, but you're at least privy to monsters are kind of real, like in a metaphysical sense and sometimes a very literal sense. But Titus, I would imagine that as a historian, you're actually probably know a lot more stuff like relating to like the lore of things, unless for some reason you're a historian with an incredibly low like history skill. Please don't tell me that your history.
No, my history skill is on point. It's 60.
Good. At least one of these characters was made by someone who wasn't drunk.
Nah, I don't think that's right. But I will say that he did his postdoc in Massachusetts.
Okay, I'm into it. So then, both of you have been contacted. Titus, since you are the only agent, that means that you are obviously the point on this operation. And you have both been requested to head to Flagstaff, Arizona, which is a lovely little mountain burgeoning on small city at this point, sort of in the middle of literally nothing and valleys in Arizona. You both arrive separately in different planes, probably both in Phoenix and at the airport. That is probably where both of you have been told to meet up. Grab your rental car, or more accurately, a burner car that has been like left in a Wendy's parking lot near the airport that you can take, and then drive the something like 6 hours to Flagstaff. It's pretty long. Flagstaff is like an hour or two north of Sedona, and Phoenix to Sedona, I think, is like 3 or 4 hours. It's been a while since I've been out there, but so you both drive all the way up. Is there any illuminating car conversation you both want to give me just a taste of before we get there?
Look, dude, I know that the firefighter gig is a real good gig, but you have to understand that as you're working for the agency, it's valuable if you start training. Now, I recommend mixing jiu-jitsu with maybe a little bit of like taekwondo, and then that ensures that you're always prepared, because that's what working for this agency really means. You got to be prepared.
Okay, man. Like, okay, prepared. Yeah. Maybe you're onto something. I mean, I've been meaning to hit the gym. Like, I mean,
the scrawniest little firefighter. Just the scrawniest.
I imagine they more have me for like, I'm 41. Okay, great. I'm mostly there, I guess, for like crawling through like, tiny little spots no one else can get into.
They put you in chimneys so that they can get things out.
Like, I'm there for that, and for when they need someone to just look pretty. Like, like
that's fine. I'm gonna make sure that there is a small thing that you can squeeze through this adventure. That's canon now.
All I ask for is that and some operating of heavy machinery. Maybe a little electrician work. I don't know.
Okay, I can make this happen. So, you all drive up to Flagstaff, and it's quite beautiful, actually. Once you leave like the deserts of Phoenix proper, the daytime sweltering heat as you draw farther and farther north begins to give way to some actually fairly comfortable early autumn weather. And before long, you arrive at Flagstaff. You check in at the motel that you have been told to check in at, and you have maybe an hour and a half before you're supposed to go and meet with the handler. Apparently, the handler out here would like to brief you in person.
Fascinating.
So, I mean, I assume that you grab something to eat and then you head out there, and the handler is actually looking to meet the two of you at a nearby like shopping complex, like an outdoor mall type venue. And you have been instructed to sit on a bench near an outdoor water fixture.
I'm just sitting there, hanging out, reading a book.
Okay. So I would then like both of you, if it's just not too much trouble, could you give me, I guess, let's say, SIG-int for like detecting a code, or even just a classic old, what do they call perception skill on this? Is that
awareness?
Awareness. Thank you. Oh no, it's alertness. It's alertness.
Yeah, that's what I
Could I do human instead?
You know what? This is tied to a good old human. So sure, let's do it.
All right. So if you ever found my character sheet, I had foreign languages and other skills, and I had a 70 and a 30, and I took that 30 and I dropped it to human, because a human of 10 does not a good delta gradient make.
That is totally fine.
So that's going to be under 40.
Okay. So did you got under 40 on your roll?
No, I rolled a 75. Thank you,
Okay.
Random Better, for serving me once
I
again.
I'm so sorry.
I got an 01 out of 70.
Nice.
Well, that'll do it.
Being alert's what I do apparently.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to know when to like spot a fire, I guess. They're very
Yep.
difficult to notice.
That and first aid apparently. Okay, those are what I do. Got it.
So you've been sitting here for 10, 15 minutes, and the thing that has stood out to you is that someone continues to sort of power walk laps around the bench, like clearly within your eyesight. The same sort of old, dark-skinned woman in like an 80s aesthetic, like power walking jumpsuit has sort of cut a line in front of you maybe 4 or 5 times by now.
I nudged the gold dock and sort of discreetly nod toward the lady.
Oh. I was paying attention.
I'm a good doctor.
Oh, shit. Okay.
For sure that's your handler. Like
Yeah.
you pick it out pretty quickly, and she comes back around again in front of the bench that you're on and still does not look at you, but then she just continues walking her circuit.
I
Stand up and join the walk.
Yeah.
So despite your abysmal strength and your incredible strength respectively, how tall are the two of y'all?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that Dr. Gaines is a respectable 5'11", and he doesn't need to be spotted that extra inch. He's comfortable.
Twitter comments be damned. I am who I am.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
How is Chaz?
I think Chaz is going to be like 5'5".
Okay. Well, 5'5" still puts you a solid like 6 inches above this woman.
Oh,
Oh shit.
She's itty bitty.
She is very small and very, very hunched over and very, very old. She sort of has like one of those like old puffy head sweatbands that's like holding her hair back. And when you both join her, she sort of looks up at the two of you and offers the challenge phrase, "Here for a spot of aerobics."
Always.
And the response is whatever you two want it to be.
Yeah.
Oh yes, ma'am. Whatever you two would like it to be.
And she sort of chuckles and laughs and continues on her walk. She says, "Well, I must say I was expecting more of you." And well, and she like sort of takes out a smartphone as she's walking and begins to like flip through it. If either of you are like looking at her smartphone as she's walking, it is 2 things are clear. Well, 2 things to Titus, 1 thing to Chaz. Titus, this phone is clearly a burner. And this phone, like on the screen, both of you see that she is sort of looking at very, very rough personnel files that are clearly like in Delta Green code.
Okay.
Nice.
She says, "Well, a historian and a fire. What? Why? Why? Is everyone else busy? Is everyone else busy?" Titus, normally, yes, when you are called into the field, normally everyone else is busy.
Normally, there's everyone else is either busy or I'm surrounded by people with guns.
Yeah.
That is fair. That is fair.
I'm usually more comfortable in the second situation because it means that I don't have to shoot guns, which I'm not good at.
Yeah, that is. Oh no. Yeah, well, that's fine. This isn't really a shooty adventure anyway. Don't sweat. Chaz, just off the top of my head, are you good at guns?
20% good.
I'm super glad this wasn't a shooty adventure.
No. You should make it a shooting adventure because that's hilarious.
Hey,
Fine.
give me some dynamite and I can,
For
maybe
what
do
it's
something.
for what it's worth, the character sheet for this woman, I can't find it, but her firearms is like 60%.
Oh my gosh.
That's adorable.
She's real good.
She's an executor is what she is.
Yeah.
she's a professional.
She's a fucking professional.
And so she sort of puts the phone away and sort of stops and bends over. Well, doesn't even technically need to bend over. She gets sort of on her tippy toes at a water fountain and takes a big long sip before wiping her mouth and continuing her walk while briefing the two of you. So, if this is what we have to work with, then this is what we have to work with, I suppose. Late last night at the Lowel Observatory, something happened. And I need the two of you to figure out what it was. That's usually how these things go, right?
Yes.
Well, here's the little tricky kicker bit. Of course it's an observatory, so of course the stars are involved. Ha ha, very funny. But there was a private party at the observatory last night. Minimal staff on hand, but a very, very large volume of drunk rich people who were having a ball of a time, including a senator. And now they're all just gone. Poof.
Oh, I imagine that the sergeant at arms is unhappy with this.
Oh, you could imagine that would be something that they would be unhappy with, but the senator's bodyguards, those who were assigned to him, poof, gone.
Oh, great.
It's a bit of a kerfuffle, if you understand the parlance.
Uh-huh.
And she sort of sits down on like one of those like concrete like railings that sort of go along the outside of some of the buildings. And she reaches behind the concrete railing and sort of pulls out what looks to be like a lunch box that she might have stashed here before. Not terribly large, definitely not large enough to even fit like a handgun in, unless it's like a 22. And she takes out, a little bit of a sports drink and some like very nicely sliced carrot sticks and celery sticks in a plastic baggie. And she sort of gestures the bag at the two of you as if offering, do you want any?
No, thank you.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll pass.
And when you say that you'll pass, Chaz, she like basically jams them in your face. She goes, no, you need to eat up, young man.
Okay, I am eating a carrot.
So you start to eat some of the carrot sticks. They're quite good. And she takes just like a little sip of what looks to be this like very, very light sports drink. And she says, I'll be on the level with you two, much more than I am on the level with other agents that I've interacted with previously. I was sort of expecting someone from the FBI or, Homeland or even a cop. I was not expecting a historian and a firefighter, so these things are going to be a little bit difficult, you see. I'm going to work some magic and get back to you in the morning. Put together whatever you think you might need for this job, and I will see that I can get it for you. And then she sort of takes a slip of paper out of the bag and hands it to you, Titus. On it is a cell phone number, more than likely the cell phone number that is associated with her burner. And she, leaves the celery sticks and carrot sticks in your hand, Chaz, packs up the lunchbox, and then says, I will be in touch in the morning. Hopefully, even though you aren't exactly agents, you'll at least be good at lying. And she just power walks away.
Okay.
So
I love everything about that character.
she's my handler for literally every single Delta Green game I've ever run. She's my favorite character in the world. And I loathe the day where I will inevitably kill her.
No, you don't. Don't lie.
No, I love her. And so basically, if there's anything that you two think you might need within reason, like gear-wise, let me know now, and then that way she will get it for you. In the morning, she's going to arrive with whatever gear you request within reason, and she is going to arrive with some fake identification.
Let's see.
I know how useless I am. I'm not totally useless with them. I'm just mostly useless with them. So I would like to have a 9mm.
Okay, she gets you a 9mm with a spare clip.
That seems.
Or is it a magazine? Whichever. Gun fondlers will correct me. I believe it's a magazine. I shoot guns. Like, I should know this.
Yeah, well.
So, Chaz, do you want like a big fire axe or something?
Not with a melee skill of base.
Oh God.
I'm pretty decent at demolitions though, so maybe something just in case we need to blow something up.
Okay, she'll get you like a very small, like hollowed out pen size of like, let's say C4, something that you could use to like blow a lock or something like that, but it's not going to be a huge amount of explosives.
We already got a car.
And also you'll be getting like, lock picks and, data pads.
All that good shit.
Yeah. You'll get all that.
I assume I already have like some like regular toolkit / electrician equipment.
Yeah, probably.
Type stuff and
Okay. And so in the morning she arrives at your motel room. There is just a gentle, very firm knock for such an elderly woman. And when you open the door, she just, slips right in with a, oh God, what is the word? Like the carts that cleaning staff at a hotel or motel might carry. She pushes one into the room and shuts the door behind her and begins to open the compartments and pull out, the weapons and gear that you've all requested, as well as from a laundry bag. She pulls out two very nice looking black suits and two bulletproof vests, just in case.
Yeah.
Finally, she pulls out one more thing from the undercarriage. She pulls off one of those like silver top lids. It's obviously not silver. It's like some cheap plastic meant to emulate that. But inside there is just a lovely looking breakfast that she has made for you, Chaz and Titus.
Oh.
It is, unless you are like vegetarians or vegans, it's like a rib sticking meal. It's like biscuits and gravy, scrambled eggs, some like rashers, the whole nine.
I look at Chaz. I look at the old lady.
She smiles sweetly.
I just kind of shrug and take a plate. It's like, well,
yeah.
Chaz here ate those carrots without dying. She was going to kill us. She was going to assassinate us.
Let's be fair. If she wants us dead, then we just have to go on the mission.
Serious. That's true. And she sort of begins to eat with you all. Pours out like a thermos of tea for both of you. It's pomegranate.
It's good for digestion. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, if you were interested in digestion, you should try ginger. So, here is what we know beyond the baseline. Senator Limpkin scheduled this private viewing party 3 years ago. Now, I don't know about the two of you, but that seems like quite a long date to prepare for something, almost as if it had to be that specific night. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, yes. Sounds quite culty.
Well, I am not. She like mocks offense, like hands like on her chest, like, well, I would never accuse a United States senator of doing something wrong, but perhaps he was in cahoots with the cult. Oh heavens!
I'm kind of overly serious as a professor, so I have to like stop and go, "Oh, you're joking." Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should I not be sarcastic, dear?
No, it's fine. My students have been in education and
Oh, I see. Well then,
they're sarcastic all the time, and so my calibration's a little off.
That's quite all right. I'll accommodate you. Senator Limpkin, we currently believe may be affiliated with a cult. To what, for what end, who knows? There's, spit and you'll hit a cult in this country. They're all over the place. That's, Chaz, I'm sorry to be the one who has to tell you this way, but yeah, there's cults everywhere. Just lousy with them.
Hey. Okay.
So,
Fine.
what information that has gone out is sparse at best. It's only been, 30-something hours since they were found missing, as paradoxical as that sounds. Apparently, the state of some of the buildings and walkways in Lowel Observatory are just in absolute disarray. And that's why we need the two of you to go in. And for that end, Titus, here is your identification. And she slides you some falsified credentials. Apparently, you are being listed as working with the CIA.
Ooh.
Do you have SIGINT by chance, Titus?
No.
Bummer. Yeah, because that's the one that would help you detect forgeries, unless there's another one that I'm forgetting. Maybe criminology?
I have criminology base.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, no. Critically fail.
I will say this. These papers, super duper, are not modified papers that were taken off of an actual CIA agent who is for sure not compromised and captured.
Oh, great.
Well, there you go. And she hands some fake papers to you as well, Chaz. Yours are consultation papers, Chaz. Apparently, she is... Well, I'm turning into your background as a firefighter. I think that it would just be easier to bring you in as a specialist, a consultant on, I don't know, gas leaks or fire safety violations that could have, flash fried and completely incinerated an entire party of people.
Seems good to me.
Very good. We've managed to exert what little influence we can. Hopefully, the FBI and Homeland haven't tampered with things too greatly. But we need you out there now. So get to it, and if you need anything from me, just get in contact. Unless, of course, you can't get in contact, in which case I've never seen you before.
Sounds like a normal day at the office.
Yeah.
Very good, very good. And she gets up, scootaloos out, and leaves you both to take the reins of the adventure.
All right.
Ooh.
I look at Chaz. I look at the remains of breakfast. Either that was the most dangerous person we have ever met, the kindliest grandma we have ever met, or somehow both.
I'm pretty sure it's both.
How about we go up to that
Bueno.
observatory and see if we can figure out how a senator disappeared himself?
Yep, sounds like a plan.
So I have just sent both of you the campus map for the observatory. Excuse me. I have a bit of a cough. So with that, that will help you sort of make sense of the flow of things and sort of where you'll be needed to go and such. When you arrive, it has been just completely cordoned off. There are, roadblocks and things like that, and it is what it is. There are some guards sort of down at the very beginning of the road that would lead you up this sort of winding, forested upward road. Who is driving?
My drive is 20. I'm at base.
Yeah, no, I'll drive. I've got a 50.
Yes, okay. You should drive.
Well, good. Hopefully you also have persuasion because you got to do the talking.
Nope, but it'll work out.
So
I believe in it.
you sort of roll up, and these look like just regular old agents, like suits and everything. They sort of gesture for you to roll down your window.
I roll down my window.
Excuse me, boys, but this road's inaccessible at the moment. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to visit the observatory on a different day.
We've got papers. Don't worry, we're supposed to be here.
He looks you dead in the eyes and then slowly extends his hand.
Hand him both of our identifications.
I would say, Titus, what are you doing just in the car at this point? Like, are you keeping your cool, or are you like making dead eyes at this person?
Oh yeah, dead eyes. Just buddy. What's up? How you doing?
All right. So
I do CrossFit. How do you keep in shape?
Apparently don't.
There's a CrossFit gym like 2 blocks from my new house, and
I'm so sorry.
They are so fucking loud.
Yeah.
And so you hand over the paperwork, and he sort of looks it over, scrutinizes it pretty intently, and then kind of scoffs and hands the papers back. Looks at you, Titus, with your scary, scary face. It says, a firefighter? Really? We need a consultant like that on this? It's a little above their pay grade, don't you think?
You never know what can kill so many people.
Oh. Carry on. And they move the roadblock out of your way. So you're coming in from the south. On the campus map, it'll be the road with the yellow line running through it. The parking lot that you pull into near the Steel Visitor Center has sort of been turned into a mobile command center almost, not wanting to interfere with anything or touch anything in any of the buildings, because let's face it, they might as well all be active investigation sites. Overflow parking is where all of the cars have been pushed that were here before, such as the senator and all of the rich people that were there.
There's like one Tesla that's like super tricked out, and a whole bunch of Porsches, and you just look over there and like, yeah, there's that asshole.
The Tesla's got like the fatty rims and the big beautiful like tail fin, like it's full on like. For some reason, someone turned this Tesla into a drag racer. That is the senator's car. That is canon now. Senator Limpkin is now officially that guy.
That's the worst.
So you get out and you have the run of the place. You've been told that there are no other CIA agents here. Currently on site is the FBI, DHS, and apparently the Secret Service is here as well, because it is related to like a high-ranking government official.
Yep. So I imagine that the Secret Service has their attaché with the sergeant at arms, and they're all walking around trying to figure out what happened to their lost little lamb.
Yes, they are all actually sort of in the middle of talking amongst themselves, like over one of those long tables. Lots of computers have been set up, just like it's the whole nine here. Like they have spared no expense, and it's hectic. You could probably just get to work. Oh, it's raining really hard now. I hope you guys can't hear the rain, but it is pouring now.
You're welcome, Kyle, because it was here this morning. So
Yeah.
It's traveled northward to me.
yeah, it's all good.
We could really use it in my neck of the woods since everything's burning around here.
Are you out in Cali, I'm guessing?
No, I'm in Utah.
Oh, woofa doofa.
Oh, you live in Fireland.
Yes, basically.
Well, listen, you can take it. It's been nothing but wet up here.
Yeah, seriously.
So yeah, you can talk to them or you can turn loose, but you'll sort of be blind in that regard.
So I would like to identify me the person trying to be in charge.
Yeah.
Humans.
Yes, that makes sense to me. Yeah, with that little. Let's see. Don't fail me now.
I love it. Go for it. You got it.
73 out of 40.
Oh my God.
That's the third check tonight. Third fail.
I'm gonna kill you, Adam. I'm gonna tear you apart.
I know. It'll be great.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. It's a one shot. So let's say, yes, you do identify the person who is the leader, and they sure are trying hard to be the leader. Do you want to approach this person?
What's it? Are they trying to like push people around and try to like take command of the situation?
With your failed roll, I would say that yes, that is sort of what you are inferring. But because it is a failed roll, like this person is actually the person in charge. But you think you have found the mark for whatever play you were going to try.
Oh, okay. So I kind of sidle up to the table.
Just
Morning,
like
gentlemen.
cheesy.
Lady.
Yeah, and so the person that you think was in charge of everything sort of looks up at you, says, "Can I help you?"
Yes, I was brought in from the CIA to consult on the this bizarre case.
All right. Well then, pleasure to have you. And he extends his hand to you.
I'll shake it with my giant gainly hands.
This dude loves CrossFit. His hand is so big and calloused. I'm sorry, Kyle missed it. Did you say your name? It can be whatever fake name you want, or it can be your real last name. I don't care.
Let me ask. BehindTheName.org.
That is the best website for fake names. All right.
What am I going to tell him? So with my failed roll, I'm going to tell him something ridiculous.
Just like super bombastic.
No, I was going to go with something worse than that.
Oh,
if
God.
I could.
What do you got?
Behind the Name is trying to fuck me, so we're going to try something else.
Chaz, it is a tense handshake between Titus and this large, burly gentleman. It's almost as if you can see the loading screen in Detective Titus's eyes.
Chloris. The name is Chloris Jakes.
He sort of like just a little bit of that sound comes through those lips. All right. Agent Burgess. It's a pleasure. I'm running point here. Secret Service. So they brought you in. I'm assuming you want the rundown.
I'd appreciate it, sir.
Well, what we know is that at 1900, Senator Bertram Limpkin and the other partygoers arrive. They run a little wild, as rich, entitled folk are wont to do.
I gaze meaningfully at the cars.
And then the last thing that we know is about 2300, apparently, security feeds cut out. And then in the morning, they're discovered by one of the staff members coming to check on the state of the Slifer building at around 600, and no one's there. Place is a mess. Calls, security. Obviously, they look around. The visitor center, the Steel Center, is decimated, vandalized, stolen goods, and apparently one of the telescopes is destroyed, and the big telescope, the old one, it's chained shut, and we can't get inside.
I see. That's it's mighty strange behavior for a senator and his partygoers, don't you think? I imagine their pleasures don't quite run in that direction.
Some of the Secret Service members noticeably chortle at you saying that. Yeah, sure. Let's say that, yeah, this is abnormal. The disappearing, at the very least, is. So, CIA, and he sort of looks over at Chaz, extends his hand to you.
I shake it.
He crushes your baby hand.
Probably.
This dude toxic masculinities you so hard. Give me strength times 5. I just want to see if you
how bad it is.
Yeah, because my dude is crushing you.
John, remember, you have a moral responsibility to fail this roll.
Right? That's a 20 out of 40.
Oh, man. So you've learned the secret. And the secret to shaking hands with someone is putting your index finger on their wrist. So that way, your bones are open and they can't crush it. This is a real thing. Try it sometime. It works real good. Your scrawny hand knows how to protect itself.
I figure I'm a 41-year-old tiny fireman, so I figure I'm used to this kind of crap.
And we got word that this is your firefighter consultant.
Oh yeah, easiest way a whole bunch of people can disappear and leave a mess is a flashover. Strange things happen in these sorts of stories, and it's always good to have plenty of consulting expertise on hand.
And he looks you dead in the eyes, Chaz, and says, "You think this might be a flashover?"
Better to look and see than not check.
Better look and see and not check. Fine, you technically didn't lie.
We've the only lie I've told is the ridiculous name.
Yeah, no, exactly. I wish fast talk or cop talk was a skill in this one, right? Because that's my favorite gumshoe skill. It's so true.
It is a good one.
Says, all right, well, you have your run of the place. Sort of shows you on the map. The big stuff that concerns us is here. Points at the Slifer building, which, if you're looking at the map, is 17. It was here. The Steel Visitor Center is number 11. The McAllister Dome here is number 8. This is the one that got vandalized. And this one here, the Clark Dome, which is number 12, is the old-ass building that we cannot get inside. So we're waiting on the okay to destroy the door to a historic landmark. So if you can find a way in to get the door open or something without blowing the door up, that would be much appreciated. But if you can't, we'd ask you to leave the door alone.
Well, I look meaningfully at my dear consultant firefighter and goes, firefighters, it turns out, are quite good at getting into buildings.
That's true.
Okay, well, then we expect to hear from you. We try to meet back up every 4 hours, have a meeting. You missed the last one. It was an hour ago, so be back here in 3. If not, we'll send someone looking for you, all right?
Sounds fair.
All right. And he sort of goes back to his work. Y'all have your run of the place. What do you want to do?
So you said they said 8 was where it was quote unquote vandalized?
Yes, the McAllister Dome is where a telescope was vandalized.
Okay. And the big telescope
is the Clark Dome, which is number 12.
And that's been chained shut?
They think that it has been chained shut. They cannot get through any of the entrances.
Fascinating. So my first instinct is to find any telescope that we can lay our hands on and see what it is pointed at.
Yep.
Okay. So if you are looking for telescopes, that would be 12, which is the Clark Dome. That has a massive telescope in it. 8, which is the vandalized telescope. And sorry, I'm looking for...
There's the Pluto Dome, I think.
Pluto Dome.
19. Oh.
Yeah, that one's pretty far up. But yes, you could head to the Pluto Dome.
And sorry, which area were they in when they disappeared, supposedly?
They do not know. Like, they're just not here.
Okay.
Apparently, they spent, yesterday and today, like, there are teams, like, out in the forest, the city, and the mountain.
Somebody just, like, ran off into the distance. Got it.
Like, the dogs are loose right now, and they are not turning anything up.
Yeah. Actually, can we just walk into the visitor center, just my firefighter friend and I, and just see what the state of the place is?
Yeah, sure. So you walk into the Steel Visitor Center. It is kind of dingy, I guess I would say. Like, it's not gross, but definitely like there was some partying that went down here. There are a lot of like broken wine bottles, a couple of 40s kicking around. Like, the weirdest thing is that like the liquor here is not particularly top shelf. It's actually kind of like grody booze that was being consumed here. And it's just all smashed and like crushed cans, like crushed tall boys. But if you want to start to like investigate some of the exhibits, I would be more than happy to let you do that.
Yeah, I actually want to use not archaeology. You know what? I'm just going to dive right the hell in. I'm going to use history here.
Okay.
And try to understand like what, if any, pattern to the destruction of the exhibits there's been.
Go for it. Go ahead and roll history, and that will give you extra information if you succeed. Otherwise, you'll still get, the obvious.
5 out of 60.
5 out of 60 is beautiful. John, is there anything that you want to be doing with Chaz?
Forensics.
Okay.
Shit, you've got forensics?
I do.
Awesome.
I think you might not be a firefighter. I think you might be like a fire investigator.
More like investigator, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're an investigator.
Maybe.
Well, that's good because that means you have all them skills.
Downside, I rolled a 63 out of 40.
So unfortunately, you don't turn anything up with your forensics, besides the fact that the taste in booze here is just the worst. Like,
just the worst.
PBR, Mad Dog 4040,
oh god,
Bolt, like it's a mess here. It's basically a frat house.
God.
Unless that's what they're going for.
unless.
Um,
And so you, Titus, with your successful, you said it was history?
I did say it was history.
So with your successful history roll, there are just some general facts that you know about the Lowell Observatory. And those facts are that it was in a no light pollution zone for a very long time until the town of Flagstaff sort of began to expand rapidly around it. And it is known for being the observatory to discover Pluto. It is one of the leading Pluto study observatories. And this visitor center is just a lot of, what is all that noise?
Sorry, I
No,
was
it's
moving
okay.
some stuff around.
It's okay. If you want to keep moving, if you just wouldn't mind just muting for a quick second.
Yeah, no worries.
And so it's just sort of your general, like, come and take your school kids here to like learn the generics of like astronomy here. It's like, moon rocks, meteors, VR, like video game simulations of like driving a rover and stuff like that. Like, it's an odd place to vandalize. But with your history, in addition to like the knowledge about Pluto, you see that specifically what has been stolen has been a collection of several small meteorites.
Fascinating.
Yeah. And like, need to stress this. It seems like the people in Lowell thought that they were unremarkable, and that's why they were on display here.
Aha.
You even find, I'll just give it to you, no need for an alertness or like an investigation check or a search or anything. You find a small like dusting of powder. It's not cocaine. It is some sort of like crushed up rock.
Huh.
Weird.
But it's not a fully crushed up rock. It looks like the rocks were being crushed, and this is like the residual that fell to the ground.
Interesting.
I mean, sometimes you snort moon rocks.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta snort the moon rocks.
Yeah, he just. What am I doing? Yeah, sometimes you do have to snort moon rocks. Does anyone have science by chance?
Do I have science? I have no science whatsoever.
Fire investigator, I have a question.
Yes.
Do you have any skill that might help you with like knowing about explosives or combusting agents? I would assume yes.
I sure do.
Okay. Would you please give me that skill?
96 out of 50.
Oh, hell.
Seems fine to you.
Yeah. So.
I would like, in this most desperate of situations, just go ahead and, as I'm taking a look around, I'd like to roll archaeology.
Okay. I'm not sure how it'll help, but sure, let's do it.
My story here is that this pattern of destruction has meaning, and I would like to understand the state of mind of whatever dumb fucks were drinking here last night.
You know what? I like that. Instead of archaeology, I will even allow it to be HumInt, because you work out of college, and one thing you are good at is watching dumb, drunk, rich people fuck things up.
Oh, let it be archaeology, you bastard.
Okay, fine. It's archaeology. Fine,
Yeah,
whatever.
I succeeded. Because there's either 50 out of 40 or 50 out of 50.
Okay, we'll take 50 out of 50. You get it right on the money. Is there anything in like particular that you are looking for? Like, I know you mentioned that like you want to see the pattern to this destruction, the historical import of this destruction. But like, are you looking for any specific clues that you think might help you on the investigation?
So, people drink in clumps. Is there a gradation to the litter, as it were? Is there more refined palettes on one side of the room versus the other? That's the sort of information I'm looking for.
Okay, that is very good. I am going to give you this then. No. Every single rich person here was chugging the nastiest college booze you could imagine. The only thing out of the ordinary, and I cannot believe you are making me say this, is that there is several cans of discontinued Four Loko that have been crushed. And on those cans, one of them has blood.
Ooh.
Because they crushed it on their foreheads. Oh my God. Okay.
So
you're a fucking monster.
This is how Kyle runs Delta Green. Welcome to it.
I like it. I love it.
I love it. I love it. All right. So I've got one more thing that I am thinking about.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pass things back to our fire investigator. And that is, I would like to roll. Maybe I can just ask the question. Have I heard of Limpkin before?
Yes, but he is a fairly unremarkable senator. He is Republican. And geez, it is just porn. I'm sorry. There was like a little peal of thunder. So if I lose power, I apologize because trees tend to fall on my house and knock my power out.
That sounds lovely.
Those bastards.
Yeah, I hate trees. We got to get rid of them. He is a fairly unremarkable senator. He's only been sitting for, let's say, 10 years. Relatively fresh-faced, tends to vote with the herd, and is just sort of more or less unremarkable, except for the fact that he is pretty young, like one of those rare, like one of the youngest senators in history, like BuzzFeed puff pieces.
Okay, then I know what I want to do then, and that is, I want to roll bureaucracy, but not like call in my FBI buddy. No. Okay. I want to call the National Student Clearinghouse. I want to find out where this motherfucker went to school. And I want to find out if there was anything weird that he was involved in while he was in school.
Okay. I love where your head is at. It's very good. Please go ahead and roll that shit, and I'm gonna just go ahead. I'm gonna give you plus 20 because you've solved my riddle.
Son of a bitch!
Oh my God!
94 over 60.
Rip.
Son of a bitch.
Apparently, they don't like you.
So you get on the phone, and the voice on the other side. Yes, student clearing.
Yes, hi. I'm looking for just a quick piece of information. Could you tell me where Senator Limpkin went to school?
Oh, of course. She checks your. I mean, I don't know how this phone line works. I assume you have to like have a credential or something. So you give whatever you need to give, and she goes. It appears that Senator Limpkin attended Yale for his undergrad and master's.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay.
And then I attempt to Google at Yale in the relevant time period and end up looking at some really weird Bowsette porn that I did not intend to look up.
If you don't draw Bowsette with red hair and dark skin, you're a coward and a villain.
Oh God, is that where we're going?
Yes, that is the hill I have chosen to die.
Oh man.
Bowser is a gay icon, and now he is a trans icon. I will die on this hill. Yeah, you sort of Google Yale. I assume you're looking for like secret societies and stuff.
It doesn't work out well.
No, like you get the hints, like Scroll and Key, Skull and Bones, the pundits. Like you get what is it, like Wolf's Head? You get the normies. Is there anything that Chaz would like to do?
So I was actually along the same lines. Do we have the guest list of who all was invited?
Ooh, yes, you do. No need to roll. I like that.
I was thinking sort of cross-reference that with like people who also went to his school, maybe were there at similar times.
So that would be a little bit of computers legwork, I want to say. I would also allow, so like we'll call it computer science. We could also just call it
There isn't like a generic research skill, which I find somewhat.
Yeah, that's. You know what? Pitch a skill to me and tell me how you would do it.
Okay. Let's see. Trying to think of how to use awareness, alertness, whatever. Let's see. Geez.
Do you have like SIG-int or search or computer?
I do have search.
Then we'll call it search.
I'll be a searcher.
And actually, you're old. You probably don't know how to use Facebook. No good. So I'm not going to give you a bonus.
Oh wow!
Seems that's right. Well, I rolled a 10 out of 40. So
I mean, someone's rolling well.
Thank God.
So yes. You sort of begin to go through the list, and you see that a lot of the individuals that were here were Yale graduates, as well as their significant others.
There's a lot of companies missing their COOs and CEOs tonight.
Yep. Yep. A lot of evil bastards missing. I mean, what?
Down with the bourgeoisie.
Yep. Eat the rich.
Eat the rich. Eat them. Eat them. They taste like pork. Anyway.
They're delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Is this broadcasting?
Uh-oh. I'll die on this hill.
Same. Yeah, I'll point this out to my compatriot here and be like, so, yeah, looks like they all ran in similar circles, it seems. All went to Yale.
Bunch of Yaley rich motherfuckers.
Yep.
Well, I am glad you found that out, because my attempts to penetrate the niceties of the Yale undergrad experience have led me down a dark, dark place.
Well, you know, that's what you get for going on that internet.
That's
terrible. That terrible internet.
Womp womp. So, yeah, that is what you all have managed to find here.
Cool.
Where would you like to go next?
Shall we see if we can find a way into that hard to get in? Actually, no, maybe check out the broken.
Yeah, I want to do the broken one before we do the hard one, because I feel like we're gonna get to the hard one. We're gonna have to like cut a bitch, and
I plan on climbing something.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yep.
Well,
some wriggling.
So you walk the footpath all the way over to the McAllister Dome, and you walk in, and there are a couple of other agents from different organizations here, and they're all, They have their notepads and their pens, and they're sort of idly chattering like extras in the background.
As one does.
As one does. And you walk in. It's actually a very, very small dome in here. It could probably fit like comfortably, maybe like 8 people. It's not that large. The telescope isn't huge either. But when you begin to search around, it is immediately apparent what is going on in here. A sigil has been painted onto the lens of the telescope, like the most brash shit you can imagine. If anyone has occult, I know you all get it at base, but if anyone has it above base,
I do.
roll that stat.
Well, I'm gonna roll a base because, you know.
I got a 99.
42 out of 40.
Rip. Can I assist?
Yeah, fine. You assist and give him a +2. Wow.
Laura,
Adam!
you're killing me now.
You are killing me.
She's just laughing at me now across the table.
Pretty great.
So yes, on the lens, you find an interesting sigil. It is a circle, and just like all of these sigils always are, it is a sigil that is within a circle that is like a series of stars and curves and circles. After a while, it becomes sort of difficult to tell the difference between them. But son of a bitch, you can't do this to me during a game. You can't.
I'm not sorry.
Your next roll has -50.
That's fair.
Oh boy.
So it is this sort of sigil which I've sent to y'all just so you can, and that is when you're having sort of a hard time making sense of what this is. Like, oh my god, it could be anything. It's definitely Delta Green related though.
It's up our alley, but how far is still open for question.
Well, that is when Chaz's tummy rumbles. Chaz is hungry, and all of a sudden hunger clicks it in your head. This is a little
shit.
This is the symbol of a little known old one. Amut Seba is the devourer of stars. And it is typically either associated with like it, or it is associated with she, her pronouns. And it is a very, very little known, believed to be an elder god, or at least elder god adjacent. Like, this isn't just like, we've got to punch a star vampire in the throat a couple times. This is like the deep end of the pool.
Oh boy. Great.
Oh, hello.
This is fine.
Yeah, I mean, Chaz, you probably wouldn't know what any of this is, because you are just a friendly. But you know this, Titus. And the rest of it has just been like, you know, there's more, you know, 40s, more PBR, just a bunch of crushed up frat house liquor in here. It was strewn across the walkway on the way in. There's like, you know, a couple like sets of like underpants. You spot like a bra in a tree outside. Like, this was like bacchanal, apparently. And this is the vandalization that is in here, the vandalism.
Yeah. I just want to look around. Is there... I guess I should roll investigation. Do I have investigation? I thought I had investigation.
I think everyone gets investigation. Wait, no, investigation I don't think is a skill. I think it's search.
Search.
I think search is hard-nosed investigation.
I would like to search for additional symbols.
Okay, go for it.
Symbolism.
Symbolism.
I go look at some more Bowsette porn.
You have fallen deep down the plumber's pipe.
Yeah, 92 out of 60.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Maybe
you
I should
are.
stop using random.org. Honey, would you hand me the red markets dice? I feel like I'll have better luck with the cursed dice.
I've been rolling in Discord. You could try there.
Yeah, I mean, anything is better than what you've been doing, my dude.
I'm about 50-50 on my rolls so far.
Which would make more sense.
Yeah.
Oh, Bridget's rolling in the Discord as well. I wonder what she's playing.
Right?
Oh god damn it. Bridget's icon right now is fucking best.
I mean, did you expect anything less?
No, and that is why I love Bridget.
She's pretty great.
Where is she?
She's in dice rolling.
Yeah, dice rolling.
So, yeah, you don't find anything else here, regrettably. Not that I had anything prepared for you to find. I sort of just had to have bullshitted my way through it.
Fair.
But Chaz, is there anything you want to do here?
I mean, might as well give it a forensic sweep. See if there's anything interesting on top of what I've already seen. That's a negative.
Oh yeah, that's a 78. That ain't gonna cut it.
Yup.
You know what? I will say this: you do find like a fatty doink.
Oh man, that goes in my pocket. That goes in my pocket.
I'm glad that you knew exactly what I meant when I said fat doinks. The fat doinks kid lived near me.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, it's New Jersey. What the fuck do you expect?
Jersey.
And so, but yeah, like you do find some accelerants and things like that, but it's mostly in the form of like plastic Zippo lighters and like cigarette butts that were thrown in like burnt a little grass before being extinguished. But yeah, that's all that's here.
Cool.
All right. So after some self-reflection on this newfound love, a
sexual awakening, if you will.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I'm a scaly now.
Oh God!
Everyone is loved here.
Everyone is loved. Everyone has love. Everyone will be loved, and maybe consumed by a dark one.
Yeah.
So I think we should go down to the. So we're at the Clark Dome. Before we head down to the McAllister Dome, I want to head back up to Slifer.
Okay, the party hall.
The party hall, and see what else we can see.
Okay, so you walk past the McAllister Dome. I'm sorry, the Clark Dome again. It's on the walkway that leads you to the Slifer building. It is no one is around it because they're still waiting on the okay to blow the fucking door up. And you pass by it. You know, you cross the footpath past some other like gross party related paraphernalia.
Like a condom off in the bushes or something.
I didn't want to say it, but yes, I wasn't sure your comfort levels, but yeah, that they're just
probably more than one.
There are just Jimmy caps everywhere, fam. Like
Jimmy caps.
It's a mess. But
these people know those aren't biodegradable.
These people don't care about the environment. They're rich.
The worst.
And so you get to the Slifer building, which has like this large, I believe they're called rotundas, like those big, like circular platforms. It's a beautiful building, you know, a lot of natural wood accentuation, mostly painted white on the inside, except for some of that slat wood flooring. But it is fetid in there. Like it reeks of like vomit and sex and stale smoke. Like what? Granted, the senator was like early 30s, but good God, how is a person that can do this someone that won one of the highest positions in government? And it is a 2-floor building. And there is just a lot of stuff on the ground. Specifically, as you're sort of doing the precursory glance, in one of the second floor rooms, it is just mounds of very, very, very fine clothing. Like incredibly ritzy dresses and tuxedos, like cummerbunds thrown about, jewelry, like beautiful pearl necklaces, gemstone rings, and like banglets just thrown all on the ground.
So what you're saying is, first they got naked, and then they got wild.
Yes, you could say that they got wild and crazy, comma, kids. So if you want to search around in the rest of the building, tell me what you want to roll, and you can do exactly that.
I want to find the senator's clothes.
Okay, that is totally fine. You begin to search through the clothes. You'll find those without the need for a roll. Oh my god.
Good thing you said you don't need a roll.
I'm really glad you said that. We're just gonna leave that in there, and
yeah.
Fine.
How? Who hurt you?
No.
What deity of luck did you spat on?
I feel like you might need to make some sacrifices.
Yeah, I mean, god damn. So you know what? I'm gonna keep that roll. I'm gonna hurt you in a different way.
Nice.
Just because I want to hurt you. Chaz, what are you up to?
I think I'm gonna do my usual forensic sweep that I've been failing at. See if third time or whatever this is the charm.
Oh
nope.
My god.
That's a big nope. Nope.
It wasn't supposed to be this hard.
Phrasing.
I was expecting you guys to like pass 2 checks.
You would think that would happen.
You would think, but it does not appear to be the case.
Statistically,
yeah,
one would assume.
Terrible assumptions. You know what they say about assumptions, Mr. GM.
Yes, I am familiar. They make me look like a big dumb idiot. So, I mean, okay. So, while you are looking through all of the clothes, Titus, on your way to find your best guess, the senator's clothes, it'll probably be the one with like the biggest American flag lapel pin.
There's like an obnoxious lapel pin with a what do they call it? Like an American flag pocket square, and just it's obnoxious.
Homeboy is very American.
Never read the flag code.
It gets worse.
American flag boxer shorts.
No, belt buckle. American flag belt buckle.
Oh snap!
Don't mess.
It does get worse.
Don't mess with Texas.
Don't mess with Texas. I don't know. I associate like big belt buckles with Texas.
Same.
Yeah. And so as you're sort of like patting this down, something pierces your hand.
Hooray.
Very badly. Hey, listen. I know you're not going to like this one, but I do need you to roll sanity.
Do you want to use that roll in there?
Oh no. The roll is what got you stabbed.
Okay. I just want to be clear.
No, it's okay. Listen, I'm here for you. I'm your friend till the end.
Let me roll under here.
Yeah. Oh boy. I'm like, oh, you forgot the /R.
Yeah.
It's okay.
What's going on here? Somebody else roll it. What's going on here?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
you forgot the space.
between the R and the 1.
There we go. Yes. 48 under 55.
Well,
Hey, you made a roll.
half of 106 is no. I'm kidding. That's not insanity. That's not the sanity loss. Don't worry. So you only lose 1 sanity. Good job. Everything's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You're fine. It's just a tiny pinprick to your finger. Don't even worry about it. Hey, my good fire friend Chaz. How's that investigation roll going?
Well, the forensics roll
Oh, right. That was your
was
85. I'm
was
sorry.
85. It was not good.
It was not great.
I can.
No, it's okay. You are sort of looking for accelerants and things like that, and you don't
Yep.
really find any, except for in a metal waste basket. And in that metal waste basket is just a whole bunch of papers, like book pages. They've been ripped out of a book. Do you want to read the papers?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
it's a one
fine.
shot.
It's
What's the
on
worst
your
that'll
hands.
happen?
Of course, they read the Fountainhead. I'm kidding. Of course not. Roll
Sand
sanity.
loss.
It's a book. It's definitely sand loss.
I mean, I personally would take a sand loss for Scenes of Mine Rand. That's a pass.
Okay, that is good. I assume that you don't speak like Aklo or anything like that, right?
Nope.
It's gibberish. It's gibberish, my dude.
Hey, Doc.
Fortunately, I have a linguistics of 70.
Beautiful.
And
yes!
The fail I wanted tonight.
Oh, no. No. Let me paint you a picture.
God damn it.
You have a bonus on this roll, Adam.
Yeah, I suppose I do.
From whatever poked you.
So as you walk in, firefighter Chaz, you spot Titus. And Titus, I really do want to stress that it was just like a pinprick on your hand. I want to stress that. Yeah, Chaz, Titus's hand is like, there's a huge chunk missing from the palm. Yeah. But he seems totally cool, totally fine and collected. Hey, Titus, Chaz walks in.
Oh. Hey, buddy.
Hey, whoa there, Doc. You've got listen. Your hand. That's thing? Yeah, that's pretty bad. I'm gonna
I need Chaz first. I need a sanity from Chaz.
he was typing before you said anything.
He's way too yes.
I fail.
So this is I would assume that as a fire investigator, you're not like adapted to violence.
Nope.
All right.
Nope. Not last time I checked.
Okay, well, minimum result. You take 1 sanity damage of violence.
Violence.
It's my favorite medieval warfare weapon. So, yeah, Titus is just, he's totally acting like nothing is wrong. Chaz is kind of bugging out though, Titus. I don't think fire investigators get like a look at blood often.
I'm going right into first responder mode, and I'm like gonna attempt to administer some first aid. Because damn.
So Chaz grabs your hand, Titus.
Oh, kind of look down. Oh, yeah. I guess I could get wrapped up. What were you looking at? What were you reading out over there?
Give me a minute. Let me work on this first, and then I'll show you the weird book thing. Okay, give me a sec here.
Titus, it's not that bad. Chaz is overreacting. It's really not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that big a deal.
No, listen. I don't know what's going on. Whatever.
Titus, it's just a pinprick, Titus.
Yeah, look.
Can I
just go ahead and wrap it? I'm sure it's fine, and then just go ahead and talk to me about what you were reading. Look, I've been on ops where dude got their whole heads blown off. This is nothing.
Well, there's a okay. I fail my first aid check because, of course,
God.
missed it by 15.
So Titus, whatever Chaz is doing, he is making it worse.
Yeah. Eventually, I like slap his hand. It's like, look. Just give me the gauze. I'll just hold it up over my head, and then let's go and figure
It's
out.
gonna need a little more than that. Can I like try to convince him with psychotherapy that holy
Yeah,
shit,
sure.
your
Yeah, go
hand?
for it.
We'll see
Go
if my
for it.
30%. Of course not. Yeah.
That's fine. Good God. I have never seen so many
This
people
is really bad,
roll above 75.
right?
It's normal. This is how statistics works.
Yeah, sure.
Titus,
Yes.
his reaction starts to bring you down from your high.
Oh, yeah. Of course it was.
Now that you can feel the pain, you take 1 point of damage. As you just see the little pinprick, it just like cracks like shattering porcelain and then falls out of your palm. That will also be a sanity check.
Yeah, I was. Oh, this is just a check. I thought it was gonna be a sanity loss.
No, I'm gonna give you the benefit. Because I mean, what do I expect from you on it? Oh, hey, shit, you did it.
39 out of 54.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Well, minimum sand loss. You only lose 1 sand from this. Good job.
That
I'm
seems
happy
fair.
for you.
I'm sure I'll fuck it up in a few minutes.
Yeah. But sure as shit, your hand is real fucking bad.
Yeah, this is unfortunate. I look back at the firefighter. Maybe it needs more than gauze, but
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
do need
It
to figure out
does.
this book. And given the amount of occult things that have happened recently, I think I need to get some water
Dude, I
and
don't. Yeah.
So,
kind of
Yeah.
take it slow for a minute.
so you both walk down to the kitchen. You know, turn on the faucet. Actually, just open the fridge, grab yourself a couple bottles of water. The fridge is stocked with high-end shit. Like expensive booze that should be refrigerated, stocked with it.
There's like some real nice champagne. There's some like ice wine.
Crispest. Oh my god! I haven't had ice wine in so long. Now I'm like salivating. Yes, there is definitely ice wine. And then like you check like sort of in the counters, there's like top shelf scotch, like like the best shit. All of it's sealed. Not a single one is open.
Yeah, of course not.
And you get that glass of water and you slowly sip. Chaz, you still have the papers. And did y'all bring the suit down with you?
No,
That's fine.
I did bleed on it.
You super duper did bleed on a lot of things.
Like all the things.
Like many things, one would say.
I'm probably pretty. Yeah. I've got a bit of that on me. I've got red on me.
Without a doubt.
I look over at Chaz. You know, I bet if I tried, I could pass one of those beads through my palm right now. Maybe we do need more than gauze.
Yeah. Yeah. Bro, yeah. Like, I know this is, a really important thing, but we might want to get you to a hospital.
Nah, I uncorked some of the scotch and just poured it on my palm.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, God.
That sounds terrible.
It hurts so bad. Oh my God, it's agony. Chaz, Titus doesn't scream. He just completely freezes up and continues to pour the bottle until it is empty.
That's definitely a sand roll.
Yeah.
Could it fail?
Titus, you are screaming and screaming and screaming, and Chaz is not reacting at all. I do need a san.
Yeah. I lean over and I just like I just slap him like, get a hold of yourself, man. You've been on weirder ops than this.
Yeah, Chaz, he's perfectly still.
Yeah.
I mean, Chaz drops to the ground, Titus. You really clobber him.
Yeah.
How's that roll, Titus? I need a sand from you as well.
Waiting.
What?
Waiting.
No, from you.
Oh, for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
dude.
Titus. Jeez,
He already
I'm
failed.
Chaz.
He got a 98. He beefed it.
Yeah, I
That's fine.
shat the bed on that one.
Is
Like,
43 a fail or a pass?
No, it's passed. 43 under 53.
You're fine. Nothing happens. You're
oh,
good.
Jesus.
Like you're screaming and screaming and screaming and just like that's normal, you know? That's fine. Hey. Hey, Chess.
Yo,
How's that treating you? Oh.
not well.
So with your failed 98, that's going to be 3
Ooh.
SAM loss. It's kind of a
Wow.
larger hit.
Just a little.
Titus, you come to. Chaz is very concerned, but super duper not on the ground when you look back up. You didn't hear him stand back up. Chaz, Titus begins to move.
Hey, Titus, you all right? You all right, buddy? You seem to be a little, yeah, a little crazy.
Look, sometimes you just need to take the edge off. And, the best way to do that is to clean the wound, and then you can move forward and it's all fine.
Yeah, when the wound isn't like a giant chunk out of your hand.
That's why I use the whole bottle, Chaz. Now let's get back to work.
Oh, Titus, I super want to stress this. You poured a little bit on your hand, but the bottle is empty in your hand when you come out of your trance.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
No, so I do want to stress, yes, I'm so sorry. So, yes.
They sent me with a madman.
You have the pages.
The crazy person.
And you have whatever cut you or whatever upstairs.
Yeah, so I will.
What?
I look at Chaz. Okay. Put the pages on the table and let me leaf through them. I don't want to touch them.
How about I'll turn the pages so you don't bleed all over them?
Oh, exactly. The pages are loose leaf. They've been ripped out of the book.
Okay.
Yeah. I should have highlighted.
So I'll set them on an area that's not covered in booze or blood, or other.
You spread them out on the island in the middle of the kitchen. And yeah, Titus, you get to work reading them. No need to roll linguistics, my friend.
Did you like I earned that?
I mean, yeah, they're written in English. Like, you're fine.
Of course they are.
Yeah, of course. It is a lot of cryptic ass prophecy, just like it always is with this stuff. Specifically, this prophecy is relatively recent, actually. It's tied to a... Excuse me, I gotta pull something up real quick. It is tied to what looks to be a cult from the 1980s, like an FBI watch list cult, like one of those cults where the leader just wants to bang lots of people.
The best kind.
And the teachings of the cult are pretty straightforward. Like, it's like a lot of celebration and consumption and just generally being horny. Like, it's the most classic cult stuff you can imagine.
It's super Bacchanalia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It does really emphasize
cult of Bacchus.
It really emphasizes eating, though. Specifically, a lot of like religious imbibing. Like, the weird thing is that like some of the rituals involve eating like an entire like egg whole.
What?
Just swallowing the egg whole, raw. You don't crack it. You put the shell in your mouth and you swallow it.
I mean, I guess if you want salmonella.
Yeah, but that is what you are getting. They swallow these eggs whole without cracking it. And it is believed that this ritual somehow catches the attention of this part is where it's a little weird. Like, English is your first language, I assume, is it not?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's weird. English doesn't really have a lot of those translations where like a word can mean multiple things. And sort of just looking at this phrase hurts your head, because here in plain English, sort of constantly like jockeying for position in your brain, is the same phrase but said in different ways, where it's like the hungry one, eater of sons, and then eater of sons, S-U-N-S, and like the star maw, lots of stuff like that. Like all four of those titles sort of continue to jockey for attention in your head.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, like that's what you read. That's what there is. Yum yum, give me some eggs.
Yeah, otherwise known as a sand roll.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm great. This is not even the weirdest thing I've read this week.
Yeah, you're totally fine.
Yeah.
Hey, Chaz.
Yeah.
Hey, Chaz.
Yep.
Titus. Boy, Titus sure looks hungry.
Okay.
Titus is in the fridge. Chaz.
Hey Titus, what you
He stopped
looking
reading the
for?
papers. Chaz, he stopped reading the papers. Why would he do that? Titus, I mean, like, it takes a while to read these papers. You're still going. Chaz.
Yeah.
He opens the crisper and he pulls out a styrofoam carton.
Okay.
Chaz.
What you doing with those eggs there, buddy? got a hankering for some scrambled?
Now, Titus.
So I just turn, I look at him, I swallow one whole.
I was going to give you a roll to not do it, but okay.
No.
You eat the egg.
Seriously. And I look at him and go, these are real good. We know we were talking about on the way up here. Egg protein is a fantastic way to make gains. And this is an ideal fashion.
Titus, do you want to offer Chaz an egg?
Oh, of course I do.
Chaz, Titus extends an egg to you.
Nah, I think I prefer mine, cooked as opposed to.
I smash a bottle.
Yeah.
I don't even have to do anything. So, he has smashed a bottle. Do you brandish it, Titus?
No, I don't brandish it. I look at him. You need to eat the egg. It's important to our investigation.
No, thank you.
Titus, smashing the bottle worked. Chaz eats the egg.
Of course he does.
Now, Chaz, I want to really fucking stress this.
Yeah.
Titus holds the egg out in front of him, and then something swallows it. And I need you to roll sanity.
Jesus. Nice.
They sent the right people.
This is the fucking weirdest game. I need you to roll a sanity. I have to open Discord to see.
It's a nice.
First off, nice.
Exactly.
Second off, I assume that's too high, huh, bud?
Oh yeah, it's too high.
Oh yeah.
Or some would say it's just right, but
Listen.
it's technically too high.
Listen, friendo, I am sorry about this.
I'm fine with it.
Oh.
10 out of 10.
5 out of 10. So
Wow.
take that
Sweet.
$5. Chaz, something is fucking in here, Chaz. Something is in here, Chaz. Chaz has eaten the egg. You can continue the investigation wherever you want now.
I'm gonna go look for something that's burny, and I'm gonna get ready to burn something, because what the fuck?
So you start the oven. Now, Titus, I want to stress this. Like Adam, you don't see John's Chaz. You see Kyle's Chaz from now on.
Oh,
John's
geez.
Chaz is gone.
Oh yeah. No, that makes sense.
Okay.
Jesus.
So Chaz is sort of looking at you and he says, I mean, you are the leader of this operation. Like, what should we do next? Why do we have to eat the egg?
Well, we have to make sure that we replicate the cult's work as close as possible without actually executing it, so that towards the end we can better understand exactly where these people went, and then, if at all possible, bring them back to be prosecuted by appropriate authorities.
That makes sense. Where should we go? Like, where do you think they disappeared to? I think the only place we haven't checked is the Clark Dome.
Yeah, no, I think that's probably the right thing to do now. Let me grab another bottle, and then we can head on down there.
Okay, sounds
So
great, Titus. I trust you implicitly.
I think I might want to find. I think I'm gonna. I assume I have a burner. I also have the number for
Oh
the
yeah,
handler.
you have the handler's number.
I'm making a phone call because damn.
You do a FaceTime.
Yeah. Hey.
Hello there. How goes the investigation? Didn't expect to hear from you so soon.
I think the word pear-shaped.
Titus is in the background, like grabbing a bottle of liquor in this phone call. Agent Titus, hello.
Yeah.
I look over. Oh, hello, ma'am.
No, I really need to stress this. You do not see John Chaz at all.
Titus isn't here right now. Like, he's
what?
Something happened.
Her face goes so dark.
Yeah.
Like any mirth she had is gone.
It's not optimal.
What are you trying to say to me, Chaz?
Well, he just swallowed an egg whole and then offered me one, and something else swallowed an egg whole.
Stop talking. Did you eat the egg?
No, I did not.
And he ate an egg whole?
Yeah.
Was it hard boiled?
No, I wish he just like a snake would do it. Like just swallowed the whole thing.
Chaz?
With his mouth.
Chaz?
Yeah.
I need you to listen very carefully.
Okay.
Do you have a gun?
No. No, but what I do have is that little. I think I'm gonna see if I think I know what I need to do.
All right, Chaz. I'm going to give you a bit of advice.
Yeah.
This is Delta Green.
Oh yeah.
And I am on my way to help you. If before I arrive, you think that the situation needs more help than I can provide, I want you to call me back, and we will safely get you out of there, okay?
I mean, okay. Okay. I'm also gonna tell her about the sigil.
This is good. All right.
And the cults and it's a little much.
Well, you know what? Let's leave it up to God then, huh?
Yep.
She got crazy occult. That ain't gonna be it.
Nope.
She rolls like us.
Is this? I do need to ask. Is this Eclipse Phase rules where that's 0-0 and is a critical success?
Absolutely not. That is the best critical fail.
Hey gang, you're on your own.
Great.
I'll send this along. Apparently, other agents are indeed preoccupied. I tried to get you back up, but I will have to suffice.
Great.
Keep
I'm straight
me posted. If I don't hear from you every 30 minutes, I will assume that you are dead.
So, would it be frowned upon if I grabbed some of these other federal agents that are out there and had them maybe do the
Chaz?
Yeah.
I cannot stress this enough. You have to keep Titus away from those agents.
Oh Jesus, I really wish you hadn't said. Okay. Let's see what we can do.
Goodbye, Chaz. I will see what I can find.
Okay. Thanks.
And she hangs up on you. Titus, good friend. You grab that bottle of top shelf hooch and you walk outside, and god damn it, it is a beautiful night.
Oh Jesus! Hey, you know how there's all this hooch in here?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna make myself some Molotov cocktails.
This is gonna be the greatest finale to a Delta Green game.
Oh yeah, and I still have the little pen of C4 too.
Yes, you do.
So I'm gonna
Missing senators, the Secret Service, DHS, and FBI all over the place. I
Oh
am
yeah,
so
it's gonna be
excited.
great. I'm going to prison / being dead forever.
Oh, you think you'll go to prison, don't you, Chaz? That's cute.
Listen,
Okay.
you never know.
Well, he's trying to deal with that.
Yeah, it is beautiful outside.
It's a gorgeous night.
One thing about Flagstaff is that without like there's no city nearby. Like the observatory is in a no light zone. There is nothing here, and it is you can see the stars so beautifully.
Yeah. So I look over at Chaz. Chaz, now I have to tell you, like, as part of one of these operations is that you have to understand the way these entities think, and it is deeply related to the physical position relative to this dirtbag little world of certain sets of stars. Now, if you observe,
Yes.
and I pointed a set, what would be Sagittarius in that direction now appears to be, and I just like I'm saying all this very much out loud as I'm rolling down to the observatory.
Yeah, I love this.
What would have been the Big Dipper has clearly been manipulated by whatever forces that were involved in this ritual to appear to instead be some sort of sigil of Azathoth, which is in keeping with our understanding of this particular entity. And as
Titus, that's very fascinating. More. The sigil of Azathoth goes out.
Huh.
Yeah, just like one by one, like Pac-Man eating a bunch of little balls. Those sigils go. All the points of light in that sigil go out.
Fascinating. Now,
really, is this normal, Titus?
Oh no, not at all. No, this is new behavior even for this one. As I come up to the door, and I'm sure that there's at least one agent there. I kind of
dog, it's wide open.
Oh, of course. There's nobody there in front of the door.
No. Oh God, no.
That's good.
Everybody went home for the night.
Well, clearly, obviously. I stroll right on in, and
Chaz, are you watching this?
I mean, I'm hoping to set him on fire, to be honest with you, before he can make contact with anybody.
Oh, it's so too late for that.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm fine with ending the game like that. If that's where we're going with this, this is going to be a fucking real short ending.
I mean, are there going to be any other yeah, I don't know. The lady told me not to let him get near the people.
There are people walking around in the distance like it is an active site, but I mentioned on the way over that no one is outside outside of this specific observatory until they have the license to destroy a historical.
Well, as long as he's not running into any people, I'm gonna be following, ready to throw things at him. And I think I'm gonna light up that party favor I found because fuck it.
You want to smoke that spliff?
Oh yeah.
Okay, give me a sanity check.
if I'm gonna possibly kill a man, I'm gonna at least
Yeah, go ahead, roll that sand check. Oh my God.
Apparently I roll 9s and I roll 6s. In one of those two orders. That is what I do. Because for the record, my last 2 rolls have been 96, 69, 96.
Nice, reverse nice.
Yeah. Oh, this is great.
Okay. I mean, fuck, like, what the fuck can I even do to you guys? God damn it!
Nothing. We do it to ourselves.
Can I do 1d4 plus 1? Is that possible?
Sure.
Oh, damn, that totally is possible. Regrettably for you, that's 4.
It's a lot.
That's a
Yeah.
lot.
Um,
So, I mean, you probably should have set him on fire, huh?
Well, I did just hit a break point, so I don't know if that.
Good. Do you want to? Fuck it. You guys can't
Yeah.
project on bonds. You are alone in this world now.
That's fine.
Shit. So refresh my memory. It has been a hot minute. What happens when we hit a breaking point?
Fight, flight, or freeze, if I remember correctly.
And you get to choose?
I think so.
Do you want to fight,
I'm
flight,
probably
or
gonna.
freeze?
I'm probably gonna. Oh man.
freeze.
Yeah, I'll freeze. I wanna see more of the insanity.
That's
I'm just standing there with a fucking doob in my mouth. Fucking.
so you light up this fat spliff, and you see you, Chaz.
Oh,
well,
hey me.
it's what Titus is talking to, as if it was you, at the very least.
Uh-huh.
It's not him.
No, it is super not. It is this glass-bodied figure.
Huh.
Like reflective curvatures make up its form. It is vaguely humanoid, except for the fact that its two legs sort of jut out as four legs in almost like a crisscross. Sort of walking not unlike a Minecraft creeper is the only thing that I have off the top of my head to describe it. Normal torso on top, two arms, two hands, but its head is just a perfect, like, circular lens. And somehow it is talking. Now, I do need to stress this. You are seeing both realities at once.
Oh, that's not fantastic.
You see daytime, the real world, and nighttime. That's what this horrible sand roll was for.
Nice.
And the sensory overload is too much for you, and you freeze up. Just like you've never experienced anything like this before. You're choking in your like throat. It's just like gagging, gasping for air, cold sweat in your hands. Whatever made you a friendly was not this bad. Like you punched a werewolf one time, maybe.
Like I knew they were aliens, but this is ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, this is not an alien. Oh,
Like-
it is alien, but it is not an alien.
Yeah, you saw like a fish man in the sewers before. This ain't that.
No.
Titus, you walk right through the doors. Chaz, Titus phases right through the doors along with his friend.
Well, I'm still frozen.
Oh yeah.
So,
Titus,
maybe that's what did it.
there is a whole lot of people in here.
Of course there are.
Just a whole lot of people. A lot of young people. And they are all sort of prostrating themselves. I almost said prostating. That would have been the wrong word.
No, but also right.
Yeah, sure, fine, whatever. They are sort of on their knees, like hands stretched forward, forehead to the ground, and around the Clark telescope stands Senator Bertram Limpkin. Assisting him in moving the telescope appears to be several people who know how to operate this telescope. A young man and a young woman. And Senator Bertram, who I guess at this point, based on all context clues, is like a total Chad bro, is like, well, I don't really know what happened, but like, I think that some stars just went out, so I think that she may have moved. And they're just having a conversation while the others are sort of gently murmuring. Chaz looks at you and he says, Titus, what's happening here? Is this normal?
No, Chaz, my boy. This is the evidence of the cult that we've been seeking. Bertram up there. How you doing, Bertram?
Bertram, sort of startled, legitimately startled, looks over at you and goes, how did you get here, man? Like, you shouldn't be here.
I reach out and I slap my buddy Chaz here. My buddy Chaz here and I.
Chaz shatters into 1,000 pieces.
I don't notice.
Yeah, fine. You tell me.
He's like, my buddy Chaz here, shatter. And I, discovered your little ritual. And I am a member of a delightful organization called Delta Green. I reach behind, grab the gun, and cock it. And it is generally considered our duty to prevent this sort of idiocy from taking place, because reaching out to elder things, I shoot a cultist, is typically considered poor behavior. Now, Bertram, I need you to understand that this has not ended well for you. You have, in fact, been carried away.
What are you talking about, man? We're exactly where we need to be.
Oh, Bertram, I'm so glad you said that.
Wait. Hold on, Delta Green. Chill out, bruh. Like, we can talk.
I shoot at the cultist. No, we really can't, Bertram.
No, I'm telling you. We need Amutseba, bro. Like, relax. Earth is in danger. We are protecting it.
I'm sure you believe that, Chaz. Now, here's what it comes down to.
A cultist lunges at you from the ground.
Unarmed combat of 60.
Go for it.
Let me see.
Oh, shit. You're buff. I forgot.
Oh, yeah. No, unfortunately.
Typical.
Oh, man. So you are very quickly grabbed by these cultists, and they sort of begin to wrest you backwards, and they like slam your hand against some of like the security railings and knock the gun out of your hand, and it scatters to the ground.
Well, that's what I get for pontificating.
Should have. Oh yeah, bro. I mean, I'm glad you didn't shoot me, but like, if that was your plan, you should have just shot me first. Why don't you take a seat and we can talk about this like adults? And he picks the gun up, and it turns to glass in his hand.
Oh, that's not fantastic.
No, it's super duper not fantastic for you, bro. Chaz, you are free to act.
Please burn down the building.
Please, I'm gonna see about getting all up in there and setting some. No, I'll just set the building on fire. No, fuck it. The building itself.
Chaz, I want to stress this to you. There is a way that you might be able to get in there, but it is dangerous.
Oh man.
You could start this fire. You could start this fire before anyone notices.
Yeah.
Where the telescope is peeking out, there is a small opening.
Oh, yeah.
Too small for a normal person.
Yes. Well, I
fucking told you.
Cool. Let's get to a climbing.
Get to a climbing.
I assume that's athletics, since there's no climb skill.
It's not athletics. I had it highlighted. I need to find it again. Fuck it. Give me agility times 5. Wait, no, agility is not a thing. Dexterity times 5.
Dex times 5? Dope. I'm pretty good at that. That's a 61 out of 70.
61 out of 70 is going to do it. You climb on top of a bench. You've done stuff like this before. Oh, yeah. Like back in your heyday when you were active duty.
Yeah.
You sort of like kip off of a tree and like grab the side. You get both of your elbows over it and pull yourself up. You are now on the dome-shaped roof, and you kind of quickly scamper up. I do need one other roll. This will not affect you reaching the hole, but I do need stealth.
Stealth. My stealth is 10.
Oh my god.
Yes.
83.
The only thing that would have made that better is if it was a critical fail.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
So you, I mean, fuck, I guess this is how the game's gonna go. No answers, only death. You climb up to the railing, and you have it in your sights. You can get the bottle in there. You could get your whole body in there. Or you could just throw the bottle through with lesser accuracy. Do you want
Below the telescope. Below the telescope.
Do you want to destroy this beautiful historical artifact?
Oh, man, I kind of don't, but I also don't want the world to end. So I think I gotta burninate everything that I can.
Yay.
Gotta burninate it. Gotta burninate it. So fuck it. Let's just call it what's explosives? There's demolitions. Do you have demo?
I do.
Oh my god.
So let's see. I do also maybe let's do it.
It's demo.
It wasn't a crit failure, which would have been fucking hilarious.
Now,
but it was a failure.
This never happens.
Right?
No game has ever failed every single roll.
I mean, it wasn't every single.
It's the best.
I successfully climbed.
Titus, I was gonna pull you out of this hallucination pretty quick, but you just kept running with it.
Yeah.
Nope.
I'm fine with it. Let's follow this crazy train to the end. So, oh yeah, that is Amit Seba. So you put the pen cap sort of like you lodge it between the telescope and like the mostly closed roof. Fun fact, this roof twists with bicycle wheels. It was built by a bunch of contractors. It's super fascinating. And you detonate just a little bit too early there, bud. I'm going to say, because fuck it, at this point, right? Fuck it. I'm going to go ahead and deal this many.
Ooh.
4 damages.
It's going to be 4 damages.
Owie.
Yeah, you blow your fucking hand up, dog.
Oh, shit. I yell.
You scream, oh, shit. And that is when, coupled with the explosion, all of the agents spot the firefighter fucking contractor fall through a hole. He just exploded in a historic building. You fall hard to the ground. You hear something crunch when you hit it. But you better believe that you still have that Molotov cocktail in your good hand. There's some like roof particulate that has fallen that is already on fire on account of the explosion. So you don't even need 2 hands to start this one.
Oh yeah.
This one's for free. This is my gift.
We're doing it.
You light it?
Yep.
So it is a large circular room. The pain has brought you back to the real world. In this room, it is mostly natural wood siding that has been renovated. I mean, like, there literally cannot be a better building to set on fire. Let me grab a pic of it at some point. It is all wood on the inside. I cannot stress this enough. And you just see all around, there are just a bunch of shards of broken glass all over the place in here.
Yep.
The door, by the way, is not chained shut. It's just a door. Anyone could have opened it. It's not locked. It's not chained. Why wasn't it opening? Where do you want to throw this Molotov, dude? Oh, fuck that. Actually, no. There's no burning debris from the roof. You light that Molotov with that fat doink that's still in your mouth.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you fucking do.
Of course I do.
Yeah, you do.
That's what you do when you got that fatty bobatty lunch in your mouth, you know? Like...
yeah. You can throw it in the middle. You can throw it at the door. You can throw it at a side. You can throw it.
We'll throw it in the middle.
So right in the middle, you like step to the side. Are you going to try to leave this building? Because there is a doorway. So you position yourself by the door and you throw this Molotov with all your might. I'm going to ask for another demo because what's the worst that could happen? Because there's no
Okay.
thrown skill. It's just gun fondling, right?
They usually use athletics.
I don't see oh, there's athletics. I don't understand how alphabet work. Yeah, go ahead and I was looking up by like anthropology, like a big dumb asshole. I found it before and I highlighted it. I'm so okay. Give me athletics then. Fine. Don't explode. How'd you roll? First off, nice.
Nice, but also fail by 9 points.
Well, listen, I'm gonna kill you now. I'm sorry, but we're gonna end.
I figured I'm on fire.
We're kind of gonna end this game because nice. So you throw this, and you know what? Fuck it. This is one of those like DC alt-verse stories because I am just gonna end all of Earth now. These rolls deserve that.
That seems fair.
You throw that Molotov, but you didn't pack it tight enough. So some of the flaming liquor from the neck of it splashes like onto your shoulder as you throw it, and it just catches you like kindling. It smashes against the center and explodes into a just grotesque inferno. Inside, Titus.
Oh yeah.
Everything is fine.
Oh yeah.
You are being held, and they continue their work, and they align the telescope with something in the sky that you see. And Chaz looks over at you and says, "Do you think it's going to work, Titus? Are they going to get its attention?"
Well, I think they probably already have. Now, can I roll unarmed combat to break free?
Yeah.
All right.
I want 2 rolls. I want unarmed combat, and I want the goddamn sanity check that I was going to give you 30 minutes ago.
Okay.
First off, nice.
So
I didn't mean that in like the ironic way. Like I just meant that finally it's nice that you rolled a low number.
Yeah, seriously.
It's a miracle.
So I break free, dodge past this freaking frat boy reject, run up the stairs, and with all of my weight, grab up onto the top of the telescope. And
It's
just
way up there. You're going to have to like run up the telescope. I need to stress this thing is huge.
Oh, it's bigger than the actual telescope.
The telescope is huge. Oh, okay. So what are you doing then? I'm sorry. You tell me. We're bending the rules now.
I'm just trying to like use my weight and whatever's left of my sanity to fuck up this ritual by blowing up their instrument.
I love it. I do need you to roll sanity for me.
That seems fair.
Please fail. Actually, fuck. Please pass. I want you to pass this time because that would be funnier.
Oh, yeah.
You passed? That is fantastic. You run past this stupid frat boy, and he grabs you. And as you are running, you come back into the real world. And with you in the real world is Senator Limpkin, clutching your arm, shouting at you, "No, dude, stop, please. No, we've almost got her attention." And that is when you both realize that you are in an inferno in the middle of the room.
That seems fair.
And Limpkin screams, Titus screams, "Chaz, what are you doing?"
Oh,
Chaz?
sorry, I thought I was dead.
No. You are only a little on fire. Do you want to try to leave, or do you want to die here?
I'm probably rolling on the ground to put out the fire a little.
You put the fire out a little.
And then maybe do I have another Molotov to throw?
No, you super duper don't.
Okay.
Your friends are your coworker is screaming. There is a naked man that is screaming. There is a door behind you. There is a big hole in the ceiling, but you'll have to cross through fire to get to that.
Oh man. Yeah, I want to try to escape. So I guess
out the door.
I guess the door is the option, right? Like,
I guess the door is the option, right? Go ahead and give me athletics. I'm gonna say -10 on account of the hand.
Nope. Well, I would have made it without the -10, but with the -10, that is a failure.
Oh no!
You
I love
deserve
it.
You yank and you yank and you pull on these doors, but they are magically sealed shut.
Great.
It's not great. Titus, you are super on fire. What do you want to do?
Besides scream, I would like to punch the senator.
Okay, so do you want to die punching the senator?
Yes.
I understand. Titus, you go out.
Why was that even a question? Of course I want to die punching a senator.
I just want you to roll unarmed combat for me again, and I do want to give you a +30 because your hands are on fire, and I just want to give you a chance.
Well, that's important because that is a 68 under 90.
Oh,
Ooh.
damn. Yours is a 60? Oh, right. CrossFit.
Yeah, CrossFit, baby.
You pulverize this guy. Just like you pop him like a bag of cottage cheese, which is my favorite repetitious description for someone being killed.
Yeah,
It's so evocative. I say it all the time.
It's like it's out of Riccio.
Oh, man. Titus, rip in pieces. You go down in a literal blaze of glory, knowing that you did stop the ritual.
Good.
Chaz, I'm gonna give you one more as the fire grows and creeps around you. There is banging from the outside.
That seems fair.
A lot of screaming like, "Open this door!" 32.
I made a roll.
Oh man, you do it!
It's a Goray miracle.
All right. I want to do this. Odds or evens, Chaz? Because fuck it at this point. Odds or evens? Evens. Odds.
Rip.
You throw the door open and are confronted by the muzzles of a great many guns.
That seems fair.
You are lit up as the building burns down.
Rip.
At the base of the mountain, your handler pulls up in her nice sedan. And she looks up and she sees what's going on.
And she goes, nope.
She hangs a Yui. She makes a key turn and drives away.
Nope's on out of there.
And with that, the ritual to gain Amutseva's attention so that she could eat the sun,
What?
because the sun is full of monsters, fails.
That's good.
I mean, I don't really have any wrap up beyond that, gang.
That was fantastic.
Did you two have fun?
Oh yeah.
I had so much fun.
That's not how I expected it to go.
I don't think it's how any of us expected it to go, to be honest with you.
But here we are.
Yeah, it was fun though. Like,
That was great.
Adam, I gotta say, I do love how willing to say yes to the prompt, like yes, and you are, and just run with it. Like, that stuff's just, yeah, I planned that for sure.
Yeah,
Of course.
I love it. I mean, as long as y'all had fun, I'm fine with whatever the fuck happened.
Oh, that was wonderful. That's how Delta Green should go. You should stay sane just long enough to know exactly what's going to happen.
Oh man.
I mean, I finally got some of them. I finally killed 2. I had my TPK. I finally done it.
Well, that's what happens when you fail 80% of the rolls.
Yeah, those were historically bad rolls. So the last game of DG I ran in, all of my rolls were either critical successes or critical failures, which was also pretty fun.
It
was pretty
wild.
even. It was pretty even on failures to successes, which made it really entertaining. But yeah,
I gotta say, this was very fun. I'm very glad we did this.
Me too.
So the plot that it would have been is, so the senator obviously was part of like an actual secret society that worshipped Amut Seba in Yale, and all of his Yaley friends also worshipped Amut Seba. The rocks that were on display in the Children's Visitor Center were actually compromised rocks. They are remnants of a meal that Amut Seba, the Star Eater, had previously that fell to Earth, and they crushed them up, and some of them snorted it, and some of them put it in their doinks so that they could see the world beyond and like get Amut Seba's attention. Their plan was to have Amut Seba eat the sun because apparently they believed that the sun was a big egg that was waiting to hatch something horrible.
I mean, they're not wrong.
No, they're super not wrong. So like, yeah, they did think they were helping, but they did sort of forget that Earth needs sun. Yeah,
what sort of pro-solar propaganda is this?
Part of me wanted to be like, just like go real stupid with it and just be like, Republican Senator Bertram Limkin is like, liberalism is washed over America and we need to make sure that we keep conservative values pure. But I was like, fuck it.
A little too real.
Yeah, exactly. I figured the egg thing would be much more fun.
Man, that egg ritual bit was pretty fantastic. Like,
so
what just swallows the egg.
So what?
What caught me? What was the thing that the glass shard?
Not Chaz caught you. It was a little glass parasite that bit you and took a chunk out of your hand, and it injected a venom into you, which would have brought on temporary hallucinations, which would allow you to cross over. Smoking or snorting would only let you see and hear the other side, but not interact. This venom is what brought you through. There would have been other ways to prevent it without fully going through. If you guys got into the observatory, if you looked through the telescope,
no.
Yeah, exactly. That would have pulled you in as well. But you would have been fully sane in there.
No. No one wants to be fully sane in that environment.
No, super duper not. Yeah, I had super fun. We talked about a lot of interesting topics. Like eating.
Eating things. Like, sometimes you just need to be a historian whose name is Dr. Gaines, who goes out in a literal blaze of glory.
Yeah.
He ate his eggs.
He ate his eggs.
Out in a blaze of glory.
Yeah.
This was a good one.
What I expected, yeah.
I mean, I thought I tried really hard to I don't know. My brain just shut off for half a second.
John,
anyway, that was great.
Yeah.
The failure. That was great. Oh man.
Well, I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. Thank you so much for playing with me. I'm sure I'll be running something next month as well, as it's Halloween and I want to get super spooky and run an actual spooky game.
Yeah.
Rather than like a sort of goofy ass fucking Delta Green game that this one was. Delta Green, I would imagine the lightheartedness can make it even more fucking terrifying because it's not what you're expecting. I like to toy with that.
And I think it only really got lighthearted because we were really shitty at rolling dice.
Really shitty.
Like, we were literally the worst. It was great. I loved it.
At first, I was like, they're not going to find anything. Like, any of the clues that would help them. Like, they'll get the essentials to, like, progress the story, but they won't gain the stuff that'll, like, help them out. And then at that point, after you guys just kept rolling, I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to take the rolls to see how badly I hurt them, and they'll get everything. It was a hoot.
That was great.
Thank you so much. I'm going to stop the broadcast for Role Playing Public Radio. I have been Kyle Cardy.
I'm Adam.
I'm JP.
Thank you for listening.